We are in verdict watch in the case against a couple of EMTs charged in the 2019 death of 23-year-old Elijah McClain. Now, if you believe in Friday verdicts, what do you think about a Friday before Christmas verdict? I guarantee it's coming in today. Whether it comes in the next few minutes or not, don't know. They're back at it this morning in Colorado after a few hours yesterday doing their deliberations. Maybe it's one of those deals where they came to a decision last night, said, let's sleep on it. Let's get back together in the morning, and we'll see. Again, Elijah McClain administered ketamine after a takedown by the cops. He dies later in the hospital. Before the break, we took a look at the prosecution's closing argument. It's about time then to dip in to some of the defense.
Things aren't always as they appear. Elijah McClain keeps struggling and fighting with police. If you have the benefit of body cam and you get to see where he went from to where he ended up, yeah, you're like, wow, that looks a lot different. Then you come in at 2/3 of it and you go, wow, I've got all these reports, what's been going on, and he seems to still be moving around. As Dr. Dragovich used the term, he believed he was thrashing, still moving and seemingly breathing. And that's what Cooper sees. That's what Mr. Cooper sees. All of the things, diaphoretic, breathing very fast. He does order the ketamine, and then almost immediately after, he's told confirmatory information. Oh, he showed super strength. He did a push-up with 3 of us on his back. Is that before he orders up ketamine? No. But it is true, you could back out of a protocol. He gets confirmatory information. This is what else he was demonstrating. Things that go in the excited delirium box. So with inaccurate, incomplete information, with the sense of danger that maybe wasn't warranted, in an unlit grassy area, they're called upon to decide. Not after watching body-worn cameras for 50 hours, not after going back and forth and slowing down and listening to audio, not after consulting a pulmonologist or a pathologist. They've got to make the decision right there and then. Prosecution has not proven a number of critical things beyond a reasonable doubt.
So just a bit of the defense argument there, the closing in this case. Jeffrey Wolf is here, Catherine Lizardo. Catherine, seems to me if I'm doing the defense, I'm pounding away on the chaos at the scene and the, kind of that overarching, medical emergency type, we're doing the best we can. It's an art, not a science. I want the jury to feel like, in that situation, under those conditions, they did the best they could.
That is what the defense is trying to hone in on here, and especially trying to say that even if you see the body cam, you would know that it's different from the point of view of this paramedic. But with the prosecution's argument, I mentioned earlier that the argument of common sense should have been used in these situations, yes, but common sense is not that common. Maybe we should call it human sense in terms of treating people as human beings. Then they can have more rationality and compassion into how they should have treated Elijah McClain there.
Yeah, and Jeff, that obviously that's a huge issue. Is this poor kid, was treated maybe differently than others might have. I know there's a racial component to this case. Do you think that had any impact, not just in this case against the EMTs, but in the mixed verdicts we've seen against the cops?
Do I think race played a factor in the verdicts?
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I think that what we've learned and what we should have learned and what we need to keep paying attention to and reminding ourselves is that the criminal justice system is slanted. It is slanted against people of color. And that goes for when they're the victims of crimes to when they are the people accused of crimes. There are preconceived notions in the head of juries. I've tried cases in Adams County for the last 17 years. And I will tell you, it is a predominantly white county. The place where this case comes out of is North Aurora. A large majority of Aurora is sent to Arapahoe County, which is a very diverse county. North Aurora is a predominantly Black and brown part of the city of Aurora, the town I grew up in. That is sent to Adams County, which is then covered by a majority of the rural parts of Adams County. And so the jurors come out of, the large majority of them come out of places that are predominantly white. And they come in as the juries, and they stand in judgment of a low-income piece of Aurora that they view as the inner city of their county. And that's just the cold hard truth of it.
Catherine, if that's a fact and going to be an issue, do you want to change a venue in this case?
Definitely, you should, but we've seen how the procedure about trying the defendants together, instead they all got severed. It's really mind-boggling, and Jeff has given us a lot of insight in his home state that these things doesn't necessarily slant towards the victim here, and it's extremely tragic and unfortunate. And it's good that it was revisited because it was put under the table before until the forensic pathologists changed the cause of death.
Yeah, it's a fascinating case. They are still deliberating, guys. I'm going to thank and excuse and send you off to a holiday. Catherine Lizardo, Jeffrey Wolf. Guys, always a pleasure. Appreciate the insights and the analysis. We'll see you next time, and have a great weekend. That's going to do it for me, Michael Bryant. Hey, try to do the right thing. And the holidays coming up. Big Christmas, stay with those you love, tolerate those you don't. We'll see you next time here on the Law and Crime Network.